welcome to Kicking It in the Kitchen. I'm David Doc Robertson. I'm your host. Welcome to Kicking It in the Kitchen. I'm your host, David Doc Robertson. Today we're going to make my $8 turkey sandwich. And it's going to be good, I can tell you that. But first, before we get started with that, I want to thank our guest from last week. That was Marcus Johnson, Hall of Fame basketball player. From UCLA and the Milwaukee Bucks, the Los Angeles Clippers, had a phenomenal career in basketball, is now having another phenomenal career in broadcasting, television and radio. So thanks again, Marcus. I'm glad you could make it. And actually, it was hard to get him out of here. You know, we had a lot of catching up to do. All the years that have gone by. Last time we saw each other was, I think it was Christmas, about a year and a half ago. And so we had a lot of catching up to do. It was hard to get him out of here because, you know, after he left here, all he had to go home to was his beautiful wife and family. So he made it home safely, and I know he'll be back on the show. All right, so today's, like I said, we're going to make my $8 turkey sandwich, and the ingredients include, of course, we need bread. We're going to have sliced turkey, and what I do is I sneak in a slice of ham, a very thin slice, just for a little touch of seasoning there. There's lettuce. But I don't use the regular head of lettuce. I'll show you what I use later on. Let's see, there's tomato, there's mayo, or you can use mayo or Miracle Whip, whichever one you like better. I just picked the one that I reached inside the refrigerator and grabbed first. We have cheese and butter. That's part of the recipe. So I'm going to get started with that. As you can see, I'm going to get my trusty lap pillow, or work pillow I call it. I do a lot of stuff on here. Whoa, almost killed myself that time. All right. I think I've had this one for a lot of years, as you could tell from the tape jobs. Okay, it's filled with little beads of styrofoam. And now my trusty apron. I don't use these more than 3 or 4 times because they can get pretty dirty when I'm cooking. Okay, let's see here. Oh, by the way, before I get started, I want to say hi to President Obama. I know you're watching. You and your beautiful wife, Michelle. Oh, and we're having something that's, I think you will consider healthy today. I want to say hi to Gina Prince Blythewood. There's something I think we can work on together. So drop me a line in my email, all right, Gina? And also, Amy Schumer, your Oscar is right here in the next frame. There, you see that? All right, that's where your Oscar is. Pick that up on Amazon, and you will see the potential in that role. And I also want to say hi to the vets who are watching, especially you disabled vets. You're not a drain on society like the Congressman Crescent Hardy in the 4th District in Nevada said. claiming that disabled people are a drain on society. What he doesn't understand is that without the disabled or people who are sick, there would not be a society, because that's what a society does. That's the definition of society. Society takes care of the people who need help, who are sick or injured, especially injured in a war that they went over to protect everybody, all of our country's citizens. So you guys, you're not a drain on society, and don't think of what he says. I don't think he's going to make it past the next election anyway. All right, so let's see. The first thing I'm going to do is, all right, I'm going to show you everything I have. I have tomatoes, I have cheese, and I keep it in a plastic bag because I accidentally ripped off the top of the cheese. I have your turkey here, a slice of cheese. I have the lettuce and mayo and bread. All right, so before I get the bread out, what I want to do is get a paper towel, put it on my lap, and I double that because, you know, I don't know. I mean, the towel is really clean. I just got it out of the cabinet. But, you know, I try to keep things as sterile as I can when it comes to my food. Oh, also, by the way, I don't want you to think that I have the time to cook like this all the time, because the preparation just before cooking can take a while, especially if you live with someone and the refrigerator is not arranged exactly how you need it. So just getting stuff out of the refrigerator can take extra time. All right? Now, when I do bread, I wrap I twist the end of it. I twist the end of it and I fold it underneath, as opposed to putting that wire on, because that wire is a nightmare for me, and I'm sure it's the same for people like me, or even if you have arthritis. All right, so right now I'm not going to twist it. I'm just going to fold that up and put that underneath there. Okay, all right. Oh, you know what? I took the end out. I'm pretty hungry. That's what I like to do at the end. It doesn't get eaten anyway. Unless I use it for bread pudding. But I forgot to get the butter out. Okay. Now, in stocking the refrigerator, I try to have everything that I need either on the door or over here on the left-hand side, because I'm right-handed, and you can see I don't have all that good use of my fingers, so I can grab stuff right here on the left-hand side of the refrigerator, or if it's in one of the drawers. Okay? So here's the butter next to my last tomato. All right. And I try not to take the butter out until I'm going to use it, because if I take it out and let it sit out here like the rest of this stuff, it gets too soft and it's hard for me to cut or open. Uh-oh. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take a bite of my snack. And I'm going to just throw that in there. Now we're not using that much butter. I just wanted to get it off my lap. Now let's see, where's my handy? Here we go. Right here. Alright, so sometimes this can be a pain. I'm trying to show you that sometimes things are not going to go right all the time. I mean, this could be working in the kitchen in my condition can be worse than slapstick, and it could be frustrating at times, but you just have to have the patience and the sense of humor to just get over it. So I cut that amount off of there, about a tablespoon of butter. Alright, now you're probably wondering, what does butter have to do with a sandwich? Well, I'm going to show you in just a minute. But first I'm going to put this butter away. Also, you know, there are various stages in here. Let's say I was hungry, I mean really starving. I could, let's see, put that right back there, lay it down. I could just splatter some mayo onto these two pieces of bread and just throw the turkey on there, and then I have a sandwich. But today I feel like something special, and you know, every once in a while I'm going to treat myself. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay. Now before I turn that on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the turkey meat. I always just use my fork here. And you can see this is it's thinly sliced. Yeah, that's quite a bit of turkey. And here's this one slice of ham that I use just for extra flavoring. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to warm this up just a little bit. Let's make sure this doesn't fall. See, I knew it was going to fall. You don't want to get stuff on the floor. Okay. Now I am not going to cook this. I am just going to let it simmer. Just let it simmer for a while, just to bring out the essence of the smoky honey flavor in this turkey meat and in the ham as well. All right, so But I'm not going to start that right now because it doesn't need that much. What I'm going to do is going to have a This is one of those times when you're really hungry, the end of the bread tastes really good. Okay. So I have that. And I'm going to grab this cheese. I'm going to grab this slice right here. Okay. So now, I like to get everything done, as much done possible before turning on. You can see I use ratty towels in the kitchen here for my aprons, and I use the good towels in the bathroom and for guests. So I have one set of good towels. Okay. So I like to get everything done before I start messing with fire. So let's see, I see this little thing here. Okay, oh, no. So we're doing this very carefully. Because I don't want it to fall off. I get it straight as I can. And perfect. And now, that's just American sliced cheese from a popular company. And man, this just would have to happen now.
Fried neck bones and some whole fries. Fried neck bones and some whole fries. Fried neck bones and some whole fries. Fried neck bones and some whole